It was a bustling Friday evening at Maplewood Grill, a small-town diner famous for its hearty meals and welcoming vibe, or so most thought. The restaurant was packed with families enjoying their weekend, but one table's experience was about to take an unexpected turn. James Carter, a black father of two, walked into the diner with his wife, Angela, and their young children, Noah and Mia. They were on a road trip and had heard good reviews about the place. Smiling and holding his son's hand, James approached the hostess stand. The waitress on duty, a middle-aged woman named Karen, glanced at them with thinly veiled disdain. She sighed, rolled her eyes, and reluctantly grabbed a set of menus. As she led them to a table near the kitchen doors, she muttered under her breath, "Figures they'd come in now." Angela caught the comment but decided not to make a scene. Instead, she focused on keeping the kids entertained. However, it became clear things weren't going to improve. Karen ignored their table, prioritized other customers, and responded with sharp, dismissive remarks when James politely asked for a kid's menu. When Angela requested a high chair for Mia, Karen huffed and snapped, "We're out of them. You'll just have to manage." But moments later, Angela noticed another family being seated with a high chair Karen had retrieved. When James tried to address the situation calmly, Karen sneered, "Look, I have other customers to deal with. Maybe you should try somewhere else if you're not happy." Other diners began to notice the tension. Some exchanged uncomfortable glances, while others buried their heads in their meals, hoping to avoid getting involved. As the Carters debated whether to leave, a man sitting 2 tables over intervened. He was an older gentleman in a suit, clearly observing everything. He stood up and walked over to the Carters' table. "Excuse me," he said, his voice firm but kind. "I couldn't help but notice how you've been treated. This is unacceptable." Karen rolled her eyes. "Mind your own business, sir. They're not your problem." The man turned to her, his face stern. "Actually, they are my business. My name is William Hawthorne, and I own this establishment." Karen's face turned pale. She stammered, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just busy." William raised his hand, silencing her. "Busy? That's no excuse for rudeness or discrimination. This family deserves the same respect as any other customer here. Gather your things, Karen. You're done for the night and indefinitely." Gasps echoed through the restaurant. Karen tried to protest, but William didn't budge. She stormed out, muttering under her breath, as a cheer erupted from a nearby table. William turned back to the Carters. "I'm deeply sorry for what you've experienced. This is not what Maplewood Grill stands for. Dinner is on the house, and I'll personally ensure you're treated properly from here on out." The staff scrambled to make things right, bringing out fresh bread, drinks, and a high chair for Mia. The Carters were visibly touched by William's actions, but also by the supportive nods and kind words from other diners. By the end of the meal, Noah and Mia were giggling over their sundaes, and Angela couldn't stop thanking William. James shook his hand firmly. "You didn't have to step in, but you did. Thank you for standing up for us." William smiled. "We all have a responsibility to do what's right. If we don't, who will?" Word of the incident spread quickly. A customer recorded parts of the encounter and posted it on social media. The video went viral, with thousands praising William's swift action and calling him an example of leadership. Karen, however, found herself at the center of a firestorm. Her actions were condemned online, and she faced widespread backlash. Meanwhile, Maplewood Grill saw an influx of customers who wanted to support a business that stood for inclusivity and fairness. For the Carters, the experience was bittersweet. While it started with prejudice, it ended with a reminder that there are allies who will stand against injustice. As James later reflected in an interview, "Racism isn't going to disappear overnight, but moments like this show that we're moving in the right direction. Sometimes karma comes quicker than you think." The story of the Carters and Maplewood Grill became a beacon of hope, proving that standing up to discrimination, even in small everyday moments, can create ripple effects that inspire change.